Hello guys. Um, let me just get everything set up. So as you know, Quest 2, Quest 3, all quests have something called hand tracking, right? If you notice something, this is Steam. Steam VR. And I can move my fingers. And yes, I can do this, but I wouldn't recommend doing that in game because some games will ban you. Well, probably. I'm guessing they'll ban you. But the best thing about this, that every single one of these games work except Bone Lab. Bone Lab is a bit buggy. The best experience I've gotten in a game is Rec Room because I specifically set it up to. And to prove this is Steam, we literally have the Steam menu right here. It's right here. Steam menu right here. Perfect. Don't mind the hours that I have in this game. This is literally only for my the Steam version. But anyway, we're just gonna hop in. Yeah, you're gonna see it pop up a bit. This is just like a short recording showing you that hand tracking is now a thing in Steam VR. And this also means, since hand tracking is now on Quest 2, it's on the Apple Vision Pro, which also means games are now playable through Steam VR on the Apple Vision Pro. But no one cares about that because, well, everyone has a Quest. No one has a Apple Vision Pro laying around. So, I'll be showing you exactly how this works. Well, not exactly how this works. This is a beta version. In the comments, I will put a link to how I managed to do this, because there is a video that I found that shows you how to do this. So, as you see, I've got hands. And this is hand tracking. If I go onto controller bindings, and I click on edit this binding, should pop up. There we go. Local changes for hand tracking controller in Rec Room. Rec Room does not have official hand tracking yet, so it is very, very buggy. But basically, you can see that index, pinch, and all this. Like there's settings and stuff, middle pinch, does all this stuff. Yeah, does all that. So basically, it's fully playable. It's not a bad experience. Because, well, if it's an online social platform and you're just socializing with people in a rec center, it really doesn't do much to your experience in Rec Room. Besides the fact that you don't have stick drift because it's your hands. You know? That's great. So, how does this work? So right now, you can see that I have my hands. I can grab, just by literally just grabbing in real life. But this is where it gets interesting, because we've had hand tracking in Steam VR before, but it was with other applications like Virtual Desktop and all that. It wasn't that great. But now Steam has made their own version. And just by pinching my thumb and ring finger, I can open my menu and I can click what I want. And then I just I pinch again. So, how do I move? Because, like, there's no analog stick. There's no buttons. I literally just point. I just point. I clench my fist, put out my finger, and just point where I want to go. Now, yes, this can show bugs, and the best rotation method is pinching my middle finger and my thumb on both hands and using grip turn, because you're not going to get an analog stick input with hand tracking. It's just not possible. Well, it is possible, but it's not that good, and it's like super bad. I do not recommend you try doing it. So as you can see, it's very accurate, and when it loses tracking, it just goes on the floor. Yeah. Now there is a bug with Oculus at the moment and Steam. For some reason, if your controller does have stick drift and it is still connected to your headset, If that stick drift starts to act up, this hand will not register inputs. You cannot close your hand, you cannot do nothing with this hand. Or the hand that has stick drift. So yeah. And literally everything works. I can go into chat and I can... So it's very thingy, you know. It's not easy to control. It is usable. I can say stuff in chat with my real hands. So, I mean, hand tracking on Rec Room isn't impossible. It's very, very, very easy to do with the new Steam update. So, with the Steam update, since games don't have hand tracking, you have to set up your custom profile for Steam VR controller input and stuff. And you have to select hand tracking, and you have to update to Steam Beta, and I'll just put a video in the description that shows you how to do this. If it tells you to join a beta program, you don't have to. It's a public beta. All you have to do is just go on your Oculus menu, click on the Steam Link app. Yes, you need Steam Link. Click on the dots or the lines, whatever. Go to the settings of Steam Link. And then you gotta go into, I think it's betas. Yeah, versions or betas, and then just enable the public beta. And it should give you access to hand tracking. Now, hand tracking is new, so there's a lot of bugs, like I just said. If your controllers are still registering inputs, they will bug out your hands and you can't use them. And there's another bug. If there's a lot of bugs, right? It's in beta, so they might get fixed, they might not get fixed. If they're not going to get fixed, it's bugs that are literally impossible for the headset to detect. Like, if I put my hand like this, alright? If I pinch my thumb and my ring finger, it's not reliable. So I have to turn my hand facing the headset and then pinch. And you can see that does my finger. And then on this hand, they're different. They're set up differently. So pointing on this hand does pointing in the game, and it's toggle. And then obviously I need to jump or teleport, so I could use the pinky and ring finger to jump. It's not reliable way of jumping. It is usable. This is just like, hand tracking is not really meant for gaming, not at all. The closest you'll get. Another thing that I think that will be cool is if you get a pair of gloves that have haptics, because haptics do work. You can set up haptics with hand tracking, so if you get gloves with vibrators or something, you can set that up. But I don't have gloves with vibrators on them, so I don't know. It's just not. I can't do that. Now, obviously, you can see that since if you're just gonna sit idle and just like use it like this, it's not that great at tracking, because it will lose. Like it can't track you from here. Like if I do this, if I just look up, both of my hands will just lose tracking and go down there. Now, another thing, for some reason Bone Lab doesn't work, and Boneworks probably won't work either. But basically, you basically just have to tweak these settings to your likings. And with the Apple Vision Pro, you could probably set up eye tracking too. But I don't have Apple Vision Pro, and I don't have the Meta Quest Pro, which would also work with eye tracking. So, how reliable actually is this? Movement is fine. I'm not gonna lie, it's fine. It's just the same as using PlayStation movement if you've used the PSVR 1 before. But playing games is a whole different experience. It is unplayable. You're not gonna have fun playing a game. I'm going to mute my mic and head into Rec Rally. Actually, I have a bind for that, so just off. Now, when you see my hand pointing on the menu, I'm not actually pointing, because if I point, it will break the menu and just close it. So here. So this is where you'll see the issues with this. it's usually when like, see these little blue dots? These are my hands. They don't actually have like hand models, and I don't think they will add them because they don't need them. So, as you can see, driving cars is not going to be easy with hand tracking, because if I go over,
Let's go.
yeah, I need to.
Oh.
There we go. If I go over to a car, for example, that one, I get in. I need an analog stick. Actually, hold up. I know what to do. I just have to go into controls. This side's easier because I can lock it. I go into controls and I turn on motion movement. Right? And it should now work. I have to pinch the steering wheel, otherwise I won't be able to accelerate. It's not bad. This isn't bad. This is hand tracking, so yeah, it's very, very sensitive. Since they use like AI and stuff to figure out how to use hand tracking, it's not that great. But yeah, this is hand tracking, and I can pick up the car, move it. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but if I try and do other actions, it will trigger the wrong thing. Like, if I want to get in there, sometimes it will just kick me out because I accidentally jump. And then sometimes I accidentally point. So hand tracking on the Quest 2 isn't that accurate, but I'm guessing on the Quest 3 and Apple Vision Pro, this will be a lot easier to control because it's more designed for hand tracking. But yeah, I can barely lock my menu properly. But this is completely playable. You can do whatever you want with this. Just saying that if you're going to use this, be careful with your settings menu because you might accidentally press a whole bunch of stuff. And also, throwing does not work because if I show you, close the menu, if I throw my hand forward like really fast, you could see that it's trying to figure out what I'm doing, but it just can't do it fast enough, so it doesn't know. So yeah. And also I just hold the menu. So playing the game's not bad. If you're just here to talk to people and do all this stuff, and yeah. Now, it's not like hand tracking. They were going to do it with the Apple Vision Pro with Rec Room, but I don't think they're doing Rec Room on the Apple Vision Pro anymore. A lot of people have said that they're not doing it anymore. I don't know what to think because it's not out yet. They've not announced anything about Apple Vision Pro support on Rec Room, so there's no news on it. So yeah, I don't know. But also, hand tracking is very, very floaty. And for some reason, this is only possible on Quest 2 and Quest 3. Quest 1 does have hand tracking. It does have capability to do so. But the app you need, Steam Link, just doesn't work. And yes, you need a PC for this. Because hand tracking on Quest Standalone doesn't work in every app. Because games disable. I might as well play a bit. I don't know, I'm bored. Now, I always have to keep my hands like this so I can turn.
Game on.
So I'm just gonna keep them open like this so I don't accidentally grab anything.
Alright, everyone. It's time.
It's very, very quick in
engines.
doing what you want it to do.
3, 2, 1, go!
It's not gonna be easy to control this. He's off track. Oh shit. Just keep going because I know if I stop, I'm just gonna get launched.
You've lost the
Yeah, it's gonna have random slowdowns. Showdowns. And Steam just runs better than Oculus. Because Oculus is not optimized at all. Also, Oculus does not support hand tracking. You do not use Oculus Link, you use Steam Link, which is a free app. So, can I press the button? Can I don't think I can press the button. No, yes I can. So, haptics with hand tracking would be very, very immersive, in my opinion. I think it'd be very good. The only reason why I would get a better headset is if the hand tracking is really good, or the pass-through is really good. Because on the Quest 2, it's black and white pass-through, and the hand tracking is usable. Usable to the point where you can play Rec Room with it. That's how usable hand tracking is. Oh, let's see how clean. Ooh, that was a clean drift. I messed that up even using controllers. It's super responsive, so it's good. Like, it's actually really fun using hand tracking because of how weird it feels. Playing a game with hand tracking just feels unreal. Because, like, you're not holding anything. Which sometimes holding controllers does feel better, because most of the time in a VR game, you're gonna be holding something. So holding a controller makes it feel better. But using hand tracking makes it feel more immersive. I don't know. You would have to try it yourself to see if you actually like this. Obviously, I'm not going to use this as my main way of playing games. But I think it's really cool that this is an option now. It's probably the worst way you can play a game. Besides using PlayStation Move controllers. Actually, this is basically just like using Move controllers, but with a Quest 2. Poor tracking. Stupid movement. PSVR 1 can get way better Rec Room movement. Because other games have shown that you can get... I don't have a reverse. I don't have a reverse. Oh shit. Oh, I probably do have a reverse, but I just don't know it. Come on. Look at that drift. Yeah, for some reason, like, when you're driving, it just stops detecting you pinching. So it doesn't let you drive. I'm curious to know if I use a steering wheel as an input for the game, because you can do that. You can plug in a steering wheel and use it as a gamepad for Steam VR, but I don't know if Rec Room would support that. Gotta be still. Come on. God damn it.
Final lap.
I'm not even on my last lap. No, I am. Like, as you can see, when I slow down, that's when, like, the game detects that there's no input. Let's go. But yeah, VR is getting scarily good. Because we are going to get hand tracking way later on when full body stuff, with full body and stuff, but that's gonna be like way later on. So it'll be a few years before. Yeah, push. Whoop. I think he gave up. I think there's only like.
Minute remaining.
Okay, first place is still playing. Sometimes people either just sit AFK or don't do anything. There we go, I'm driving again. Sometimes I'll slow down because the game doesn't detect that I'm actually pinching. I have to. It's annoying that I have to pinch. I'm gonna see if I can get my steering wheel set up with this, and I will show you gameplay of that. Because Steam VR does have an option for, you know, gamepads. But I don't know if gamepads work in VR. That's the only that's the only issue.
3, 2, 1.
It's the
You
button.
got second place.
God damn it. Bro. Really? Get flipped. Get flipped, kid. And you can open boxes. You can open boxes. Ah, I just opened a box. 60 token. Yeah, they made the different fucking. They made the fucking amounts different. Put that up, brother. What did I even do? Well, dorm room time. Probably because I hit them when they were, like, they drove in front of me and I hit them. I don't care. I didn't do nothing wrong. I was just fucking driving. And if I hit you, sorry. You're just bad at the game. Yeah. Alright, well, that is hand tracking in Rec Room. It's reliable, I guess. Like, if you're just gonna go to the rec center, play some games, simple games, you're fine. You're gonna have a good time, unless your hand gets cut off. But yeah, that is the experience with Steam VR hand tracking, which is great. If you want me to check out other games, if you're not able to, I will. Gorilla Tag is kind of broken right now, so I don't know. I might or might not check that out. Well, see you later.